Hey Internet, Eric here. I am still doing Wild Eye Shark Week this week. I'm on my third film. Let's cut right to it. Pull that band-aid right off. Today, Jurassic Shark 2, Aquapocalypse. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot, spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out 2021. Okay, first things first, let me get this straight. I thought the last movie, the original Jurassic Shark, was off to a bad start because there was a typo in like the opening scroll. But then it somewhat, air quotes, got better because it wasn't as bad. And plus, I was following up Sharkula. I knew this one was off to a very fucking bad start because it said it was a Polonia Brothers production. And then that means it was directed by Mark Polonia, who did Sharkula. Anyways, basic plot of this is, it is a direct sequel to Jurassic Shark. It is not one of those sequels in name only. So now we are still dealing with the oil company drilling the oil. It releases, well, apparently it didn't release another megalodon. I guess what they're saying is the deaths that happened in the previous movie was due to or blamed. I'm not sure if that means like the shark didn't do it, but it was at least blamed on a rogue great white shark. Whatever. So now, they're still drilling. We have this team of people watching the shark, making sure it doesn't interfere with the drilling. And then there is people swimming and people getting eaten, and it's fucking dumb. Let's get to the acting. Of course, it's going to be bad, but here's the thing. Like I said, I was worried about it being directed by Mark Polonia. I was very worried when the guy who played Dracula in Sharkula showed up. However, I will say this, he is not as awful as he was in Sharkula. I think it's because he's not trying to be blah, 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 Dracula, you know what I mean? He's just a regular schmuck working on the oil rig. So he's fine. The guy, he's not fine. He's bad, but he's not Sharkula bad. The guy he works with is bad, but not awful. The other characters, we have one of the guys I think that was in Sharkula, one of the guys that was working for Dracula, the one, that looked, what was it called? Call him Tucker and Dale. He's the bearded one. He's okay. He's partnered with a guy that I think they're trying to make him look like Urkel. Because, I'm not trying to say that because he's black, but because he's got these stick glasses, he's got rolled up tight blue jeans. That guy's working on the dock. He's awful. Then you have Urkel's boss, I guess you would say, and he is this wannabe, I guess, sea captain who's talking like this. He's got a gravelly voice because he has to, and he's smoking a fucking pipe, I guess, because he's a sea captain. Whatever. He's dumb as shit. But the worst acting in this movie goes to the lady who is giving the instructions to the team, the shark watching team. They're bad too, man and a woman. They suck. Now, the man is bad. We get to deal with the woman more so on land. She is fucking awful. But the worst person comes to the woman in charge of them. And again, it's probably due to Mark Polonia being a shitty director. You know what I mean? Faster, more intense. I don't know if he was asleep on the job, if one of his buddies was directing this woman, or if he just really, really sucks because she is telling them to do it like this. Don't you worry about the oil rig. I'll take care of that. You take care of the shark. Oh no, what are we going to do now? That's like her line delivery. It reminded me of, you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Lisa gets that Al Gore doll and she pulls the string and, you are hearing me talk. That's this lady. Thank God she's eventually killed. By who? We don't know. I guess we'll have to watch part 3. No. But the problem is she's on the screen way too long. She's maybe in the movie 15 minutes, and she should have been taken out after 14 minutes too much. So the acting's bad. Now, let's get to one thing about Wild Eye movies is they're usually really short. The most is an hour and 15. I think this one ran an hour and 10. There's so much fucking padding in this movie. Oh my God. We have so many shots. Now, don't get me wrong. I love looking at boobs and butts and women in bikinis. But when the first minute of the movie is literally just a woman walking in slow motion, in the water. She's not even frolicking. She's just standing there. And then you see, it starts off with her just lotioning her fucking shoulder for about 20 seconds as we're seeing the opening credits. And then it's her in the water. And then it's more water. And then it's just her in the water. Again, it's so lame because nothing's fucking happening. When we have, I guess you would say the shark surveillance team, when one guy's already killed, when it's her and Dracula and his buddy, when they're walking to try to get to a part of the beach, that is a good 30 seconds to maybe a minute long, minute and a half scene of just them walking. It's padding, and it's so bad. Same with, oh my god, there is a montage. Urkel's buddy has gotten a camera, and I guess he just wants to take wildlife pictures or whatever. And it's literally a good 2 minutes maybe of him just showing off different pictures of the hot chicks he's taken. Again, it's nice to look at, but it gets fucking boring. You know what I mean? In a movie that's already a chore to watch. So the padding is bad. Let's get to the fucking shark. Again, I don't know which came out first, this or Sharkula. This shitty shark is 100 times better than that fucking CGI thing we got. Now, I said the CGI thing, but let's get to... First off, the shark... If this is supposed to be a megalodon, try making the shark look like a megalodon. Make it long, not just fat. Because to me, this looked just like a stereotypical fat great white shark. So it doesn't look like the Meg, if you ask me. It's the same CGI each time. Slowly swimming this way. Slowly swimming this way. Swimming this way. Slowly swimming towards the camera. Looks bad. It's reused over and over and over and over again. There's even a part where we get to see underneath the shark. You know, the sun's up there, the water, and the shark swims over the sun, over the water. The shark's fucking upside down. Now, I know Mark Poloni likes to make, as much as he can with as little as he's got, but do you not have an editor who did not catch that? That was bad. But, again, it's an improvement from that shit we got in Sharkula. So I have to give props, and I have to give the devil his due. He tried his best with what he's got. We still got shit, but it was a lot better than what he has given us before. More problems with this shark, though, is lots of times when it runs up and chomps a person, we just see a close-up of the mouth, and we hear the noise, like you're eating celery, and then that's it. Now, I did complain in the last movie, which was not directed by Polonia, that a lot of the people just go, whoop, they're pulled under, no blood. I don't know what's worse, that or when we do get the blood here, because it's literally just, it's so bad CGI blood. The CGI in this is awful. CGI fire when there's fire on a dock. CGI fucking smoke. You couldn't even start smoke somehow. You know what I'm saying? And the CGI of the smoke gets so dark, you can't really see what is going on in the movie. I know that, it's hard to see with real smoke, but this was, like, bad. This was cringe bad. Like, this was no effort bad. And then guess what? Guess who the fuck shows up? The fucking shark puppet from goddamn Sharkula, chomping at the screen and this and that. Come on, dude. Now, there's also a scene where Dracula and his buddy, they've escaped, where they were. The oil rig had blown up, and, because of the CGI fire and the CGI smoke, they end up on an island, and they find some eggs. The guy who's not Dracula cracks the eggs open because he knows that the Meg has given birth. Well, so in these eggs that are like yay big, next we see the dead bodies of baby sharks yay big, and again, they're kind of like those little rubber sharks you would buy your son, for like a fucking $1 at Target or Walmart, you know what I mean? And kind of like the shark that you would see if you saw my video about the alternate version of the death in Jaws of Revenge. So this big of a shark fit into an egg like that. Awful. And then when they're on this island, it's like a swamp. Remember, this is a Meg. It's able to get like this far from the shore. A shark that fucking big is able to get this far from the shore because it sees its dead baby sharks. Okay, that's awful. I don't know if that was a nod for Jaws of the Revenge or Orca or something like. Fucking stupid. Goes nowhere. Goes nowhere. What else? Okay. What's really bad is the CGI with the oil rig. It's just a giant screw drill going into the ground. The shark's attacking it. The shark literally, this is the CGI shark, literally just like diagonally wise, goes down and tries to slam into it. And then that shark morphs into like another type of puppet that literally looks like a piece of shit. This shark puppet looks like a piece of shit with fins on it and googly eyes. It's so bad. There are other scenes where, like, I guess this shark is so strong it can leap out of water, kind of like, I guess, the Jurassic Shark in part one. It can leap out of the water because it leaps out, kills one of the because of these. How do I say this? The two people watching the shark, to keep it away from the oil rig, eventually have to go on land, to kill the shark because it's causing problems, and they take Dracula and not Dracula hostage. Well, they beat up not Dracula. They tie him to the ground, and the woman cuts his arm open because sharks can smell blood. His arm isn't even in the water, so the shark isn't attracted, yet because the blood isn't in the water. But it still jumps out, and then just guys standing here. The guys that's not. I don't have anything to show. Hold on. Okay, so here. Let me open this up. I am going to do an unboxing or an update video on my Wolfman stuff. You saw that. So, Gillman here. The guy's just standing, and the shark just literally goes, and he disappears that fast. So he's jumping out of the water towards the land, where there's no water, eats the guy, and then suddenly disappears from sight. Then he flies back, he leaps back, and the back of his fin slaps, like he purposely slaps the girl, knocks her out. So fucking dumb. Speaking of that, that's how these kills are. Let's talk about, remember how I said a lot of the shark footage underwater is just the reused shark footage, just kind of flipped around maybe, so it looks like it's something different. There's a woman killed in the beginning of this movie, the sunbather or whatever. She's killed. It's awful. The usual stuff. And like a really bad made in Japan type of fucking rubber arm floats to the water, or floats to the shore. Well, we have another woman who shows up. She's going to sunbathe at night, get in the water. She gets down. She's killed, eaten by the shark. It's the same fucking footage from the beginning of the movie. And then this time we get a made in Japan type leg fucking washed ashore. This movie is fucking dumb. Okay, I expected it to be dumb. It's awful. I don't get why Mark Poloni has such a following. Is he like Ed Wood? Does he have a following because he's like Ed Wood? Or Uwe Boll? A lot of people say it's so bad it's good. I don't get that. Like, so bad it's good is like Samurai Cop. I have fun watching that piece of shit movie. I don't have fun watching Jurassic Shark 2 or Jurassic Shark 1 or fucking Sharkula or the next fucking movie I have planned. I'm not looking forward to that one too. I don't get it. I don't get it. I understand, one man's crap is another man's, ice cream, however you want to say it. But this was bad. I've seen worse, but that's still not praise. So do I recommend Jurassic Shark 2, Aquapocalypse? Fuck no. No. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. So with that, Jesus Christ, thank you for watching. Comment below, like and subscribe, click the bell, I guess. If you like this movie, please tell me why. Please tell me why. I want to know why you enjoy this movie. Please. What am I missing? Is it because this movie is so bad? What is it about Mark Poloni that you people love about him? He's got such a huge following. I know he's been around forever. I know he's also got those other movies. Like, I know he's done Amityville in Space, which a lot of people fucking love. And I know I'm going to sadly have to review for you people in the Deadly Venoms. Why do you guys like him? Tell me. And then pray for my soul, because this is only video 4 of 7. And I just found out earlier that the movie I'm ending Shark Week with is from Mark Poloni. Fucking cheers. So I just got off of work, and I was about ready to upload this video, and I realized there's a couple more things I felt like discussing. I forgot because this movie is really fucking forgettable. Jesus Christ. Let's talk about the opening sequence. The opening sequence, I would say, is a really good overhead shot of some jungle and some water. except it's really, really bad CGI. Now, let's get to the CGI that is still in the scene. Okay, it's called Jurassic Shark, right? So we have a really, really bad T-Rex walking down the beach. And I'm talking about like CGI that you would see in like Pee-wee's Playhouse. Okay, that bad. Out of nowhere comes a really bad CGI shark that eats the T-Rex in one bite, even though the shark looks like it's the same fucking size as the T-Rex. And then boom, Jurassic Shark to Aquapocalypse, whatever. Awful way to start this movie. And like I said, if you don't know who Mark Polonia was, and that wasn't a red flag, this is. I talked about how Mark Polonia is known for a lot of padding in his movie. And we have a sequence of the guy who played Dracula and Sharkula, and not Dracula, cleaning up the dock of their oil tanker, whatever you want to call it, the thing they're working on, the oil rig. And it's literally probably like a minute, maybe a minute and a half of them literally picking stuff up off the ground, boxing it up, walking around. And the music, it's really generic. It kind of made me think of like the opening tunes to like a Bob Seger song, like maybe Roll Me Away. But something you would find like free on YouTube. And then we'll still talk about the score. There is like the ending credit score, and I think the movie starts this way. Maybe it's a different part where like people are swimming or whatever. It's literally well, probably isn't it, but it sounds like it's like literally ripped from like a Super Mario Sunshine movie, like that really bad generic Caribbean type music. And the thing is, they're not in the fucking Caribbean. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all that crap. I already said it in the video. What is this? I only got 3 more movies to go. I'm so tired of these movies. 3 more movies to deal with for Wild Eye Shark Week. I've already started the next one, and guess who fucking directed it? Wild Eye Shark Week. Worst fucking idea ever.